This episode of GMK is brought to you by Devil's Gap Marina, located at the end of Matheson Bay Road on beautiful Lake of the Woods and open all year round.
Good morning, Kenora.
Good morning, Kenora. Good morning, Andy Campbell.
Good morning, Jack.
I'm
Jake.
shrunk. Help me.
Good morning, Jake.
Say morning.
Say good morning.
As you can tell, it's a PD day. Mm-hmm. So on our side, it was bring a kid to work day.
It is a PD day in Kenora, so that means you don't have to go to school.
Andy, you look so tall.
I am. Are you excited you don't have to go to school? You like school?
Look at the camera, remember? Want to do
Jake
weather?
is taking over Jack's spot. Do you want to do the weather with me? Okay.
All right, so we're going to take a look outside, and it's cold and gray. Today's Casey's Grill and Bar weather for today is a high of -7, a low of -24 with drifting. So tomorrow we're looking at a high of -20, a low of -25 with sun and cloud. For Sunday, sun, cloud, and snow. Oh, look at the cold though. -23, -28, and on Monday, more. -30. Wind chill will feel like -35. And I'm going to sound grumpy right now because there's a person in the studio who's going to be in Montego Bay while we freeze. Carol.
Carol.
She got like a little bounce to her step.
What?
Hey, Andy. Get a little prop up there.
Hey.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that's a cute little boy.
He's good. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's being a good boy. PD day. So it was funny because Ange at Q8 in public there, she's like, we call that Poor Dad Day. And I've never heard that before.
Huh.
But you know what? I like it because we're going to go and all we're going to do today is play outside.
Well, yeah, you have an excellent day for it, so.
Yes.
I
Not
know.
too hot, not too cold. Well, we'll be sweating. Right, Jake? Yeah.
Playing hardcore.
Going sledding.
Right
That's what we're doing.
on.
We have a great show, busy show. It's the Friday show.
Mm-hmm.
And we have winners for our hockey tickets.
Yes. Lots of fun this weekend, too.
There's always jewelry. Oh, because
Well,
it hits your neck.
Yeah, I know. I always put on nice jewelry, and Jeff's like, take that crap off.
So I didn't hear from anybody yesterday, so I'm assuming I didn't win the 50-50.
Oh, I was going to ask. I thought this morning, for whatever reason, I think I was probably thinking about winning the lottery, and then I went, oh, I wonder if Jack won.
I completely forgot about it until I read about
call.
the Alzheimer Cash Calendar photo contest. Deadline is January 31st. Submissions into the 2015 Cash Calendar. 4 categories are lake scenery, landscape, garden, and flowers and nature.
You better get on it.
That's what made me remind myself that I did not win the lottery.
Oh.
Carol, you have to leave. I'm just being frustrated with you standing there.
Oh, you just sends her off.
I'm just kidding, Carol. I'm just kidding.
Huh?
If you know Carol, she's always smiling, but today it's a bigger smile.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, our office is going to be quiet here in like a week. Everybody's leaving
On hot vacations?
on hot vacations. and there was, I don't know if I've already told this story, but there was this lady that, I think it was about a week ago, and I made a comment about, I go, you just can't get warm.
Mm-hmm.
And the second you get warm, you have to go outside for something, and you're cold. And she goes, oh, man up. You live in Canada. You live up north. And I looked at her, and I'm like, you know what? I live up north. I don't live in the Arctic.
Yeah.
A couple of days of
Yeah.
-40, I can handle. It's been a month and a half of this weather.
Just think of how much more resilient we're going to be, though.
That's the positive can-do attitude.
Yes.
So we have a great show, so we should probably get right to it. On today's show, we have Anna
Yeah.
Alarcon.
Alarcon?
And she is with the cadets.
Yes.
She is a warrant officer, first class.
And I think she knows how to fly a plane.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And she's young.
She's young. We also have
We're gonna have
Kirk.
to ask.
Yes. Kirk Sherman here from LEAP as well, so he's going to tell us about all the jobs that are available here in Kenora.
And if you're looking and you want, there are.
Yeah, there are.
And they can have that slogan for free. I just made that up right now.
If you are looking,
If
and
you're
you
willing
want,
and want, there are. I should be on a T-shirt.
you should be on a T-shirt. Or that slogan should be on a T-shirt.
It's a Friday show and we're a little giddy. So why don't we have a quick break and we come back, Anna will join us.
The Plaza is a proud sponsor of GMK and community programming. The Plaza at 125 Main Street South.
Mine is over that way. Mine is this way.
GMK would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
And welcome back. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. So pronounce your last name for me.
Alarcon. A
Alarcon.
lot of people say Alarcon. I don't really mind it.
Okay, just want to make sure we at least say it right once while we're on the show.
Yeah.
So I did the impolitically correct thing and I asked you your age because when I heard you fly a plane, I'm like, how old is she? And how old are you?
I'm 17.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Do you have a driver's license yet?
I just have my G1. I got it like after, so.
You got your driver's license after you got your pilot's license?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So did you fly the plane here today?
No.
No, we're not talking like F-18. We're talking like
A Cessna 172.
and that's where you start.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Awesome. So
And is,
ho-
what's the, sorry, what's,
oh,
I believe
we
it
just
is.
need to check if your mic is on.
oh,
Excuse me
I
for
thought
a
I turned
minute,
it on.
everyone.
and
No.
Andy's gone.
The middle one?
Yep,
Okay, yeah. Now we're on.
we're on.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Still would have heard you now. You
let's
just
start
louder. 17, flies a plane, had her pilot's license before her driver's license. Now you're all caught up. So,
Yes. How did you get to the point where you're 17 years old and you got to fly a plane?
Well, with the Air Cadet program, there's a glider and power scholarship. So I applied for the Power Pilot scholarship, and you have to do a ground school exam. So you take a ground school course with the squadron, and then you write the exam. You write an essay, and then you do a board interview in Thunder Bay. And then if you're selected, then you have to wait. And then the summer, it's a 7-week course. And I took it in Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Oh, wow. Holy.
so cool.
Yeah.
So you travel and you fly a plane.
Yeah.
What's
it
the
was
ultimate
fun.
goal? Do you want to fly a fighter jet, or what's the plan?
For right now, I was thinking like aerospace engineering, but at the same time, I want to keep up my flying. So
Holy.
Aerospace engineering.
How long have you been an air cadet?
I've
Or a
been
cadet?
since 12 years of age. I started Air Cadets, and then I'm gonna probably end this year. It's my last year.
Oh, and then where does it go from there?
Well, hopefully I go to university and then pursue a career, hopefully that, and then I'll come back eventually to help a squadron out, depending on where I go.
That's very cool that you're going to come back and help out.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my goals.
I just feel like my questions right now just can't be smart enough.
know, I
Aerospace
feel
engineering.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So what'd you do Friday night?
I am looking at your medals here. What are these?
My long service medals, you get this one after 4 years of cadet service. Then Legion Medal of Excellence for like community service and leadership. And then the Lord Strathcona is probably the most important one. It's for like physical fitness and leadership and all around.
Holy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. Again, I just don't even know where to go with this. I feel like you've brought the level of our show right up. That's awesome. Okay, so what university are you hoping to go to?
Well, I applied to U of T and Ryerson and Carleton, and I also applied to RMC. So I'm in the process of filling out the questionnaire and then hopefully doing an interview.
In Trenton?
Yeah. Well, in RMC Kingston.
Kingston. Right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a tough one. What RMC is more of it's physical and education. Like there's no choice. Whereas all the other universities, if you want to go do something, you can join. Whereas it's part of the training and the curriculum, and that's a strong choices. Very
What
nice.
would be your number one pick?
Number one? I don't know. I think either like RMC or Carleton,
Okay.
but I'm not.
What's Carleton? Ottawa?
Yes.
Ottawa. Nice.
So I'm not too sure. I'll be good with either one.
Yeah.
So any of them.
Do you want to end up in the military, or is it just cadets and it's been a great experience? Like, what's the?
I'm thinking about it. That's why I applied. Like, I really like that aspect of the military, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to do it civilian. So I'm gonna try for both, and then make my pick later on, maybe.
Yeah.
And then it's good to just keep those doors open, just in case one closes or make a decision. So.
You know what I'm thinking about now, Jack? When I was 17, I looked at a board and went, yeah, TV. That's what I want. TV and radio.
Again, okay. So say there's some kids at home because this show's gonna air all weekend, and why should they join Air Cadets?
With Air Cadets, you get a lot of opportunities. You learn lots of skills like leadership, responsibility, especially when going to summer training camps. The program's actually free too. And they pay you when you go to summer camps, and
Even as a student or a child?
Yeah.
I don't know what's a child, kid, 12 years old. You're still a kid,
yeah.
right? So you get paid.
I'm still a kid.
Yeah. So am I.
Yeah, me.
So and like I did the scholarship, and another cadet, he went to Oshkosh, and he got a 2-week kind of like a trip to see the world's largest air show.
Oh, yeah.
So they pay you to go, and it's about like a $20,000 scholarship for a pilot, and then meals are paid too, and it's you get a lot of travel opportunities. I got to go to Ottawa for a workshop last year for a weekend. It was really exciting.
For a weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
You meet a lot of people. Like, I have a lot of national friends around Canada.
Right.
And it's really cool because you get to learn from them, learn from their experiences and their squadrons.
Right.
And just overall, it teaches you, like, community service. Every cadet, when they start out, if they continue with cadets, they'll become a leader and then they'll learn a lot of skills.
Wow.
Nice.
You're really impressive.
You really are.
You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
James, are you listening? Are you paying attention to
Guess where
Anna?
you're going.
Air cadet.
Hey? Exactly. Yeah, no, Air Cadets. Anna, what else? So leadership. So do you find when you go with your peers, because you're 17 and you got kids coming, say at 12, you said you started at 12. Mm-hmm. Do you see the transformation of the kids when they come in as opposed to how they started to, imagine when you were 12, this is what were you picturing flying a plane at 12?
I was hoping to, but I wasn't,
Excellent.
like, I pictured myself continuing with the program. I was just, like, hoping that I'd be a warrant officer first class, and then when it actually happened, I'm like, whoa, this actually happened. But yeah, you definitely see a development, like, when I was a sergeant, and that was the first time I was an actual senior, and then I saw the level 1s, and then when they grew, now I can see them becoming the seniors, now that I'm about to leave.
Oh, okay.
So it's
That's
good for the
it.
squadron.
And it's rewarding.
Yeah.
Both physically and where you're at, and now you get to see kids kind of following in your footsteps.
Yeah. And
So are you a bit of a role model to some of them?
I hope so. But-
Wait, hey, you are for myself right now.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed. Like it's just,
Yeah.
17. I can't even remember what I was wanting at 17. But
Do you have siblings?
No.
Oh, you don't. You're okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I think you're going to be pretty good on your own. Sounds like it.
you'll have
well,
to keep in touch with us.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
your dad is here. Is he going to be sad that when you jet off to college?
I think I'd be happy.
Oh, I think he'll be sad. He may act happy, but he'll be sad. Anna, thank you very much for taking some time and talking with us today. And please, keep in touch with us.
Yeah.
We'd love to see where your next steps are.
Let us know
Okay.
where you get, and good luck.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Are you going to be flying this summer around town?
I hope so.
You should let us know. I'd love to come out and have a camera on you
Yeah.
and kind of just see what a day is like. I'd love to see like the transformation of the weekend Anna to the to the, Matt, what is it? Warrant Officer First Class, Anna.
Okay.
Is there a big difference between the two?
No.
That's excellent answer. Anna, again, thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Kirk from LEAP will be here.
The Plaza is a proud sponsor of GMK and community programming. The Plaza at 125 Main Street South.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university. So, they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care of my guys. So even when I know they're not driving, sometimes that means bringing them a little surprise. And then, they had a drink to me.
Brought to you by Smart Serve Ontario and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Since 1918, the War Amps has met the needs of amputees.
When the war amputees came back and they decided to help out child amputees, that was an amazing thing that they did because it gave people like myself an opportunity that I otherwise wouldn't have. And because of that, it made me more confident in who I am as a person.
Thanks to your support of the Key Tag service, the War Amps is carrying on its legacy of amputees helping amputees.
The Plaza is a proud sponsor of GMK and community programming. The Plaza at 125 Main Street South.
And we're back.
We're back. I feel like I'm bringing everybody down
Not at
in
all.
height.
Hey, Kirk, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I feel inspired.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
She was impressive.
Very much so. Eh?
That's a very hard act to follow. Right?
Yeah. So we're just going to sit here.
Yeah.
No.
Are there any pilots' jobs available?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Actually, but you know, every once in a while we'll see a helicopter job pop up.
Okay.
So,
Really?
Yes.
That'd be the one thing. I'd go for that. I'd go for helicopter training. But they say it's
intense and it's expensive to take that course.
They say it's the time. You just can't get the time.
Nice.
But just flying time.
Oh, the flying time.
It's
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's put so
Okay.
many ground hours in and all that stuff. So what's happening at LEAP? What should people do this weekend?
What I would like to do is talk a little bit about the employer side of our programs and get some knowledge out there, and hopefully we can recruit some more employers into our office to use our services. So
Perfect. And what's the process?
well, everyone knows about our job board, but we also have several other programs that we run that are great for employers because it's easy for them to come in and take advantage of some of the programs. A really good one is our odd job service for one. Say, for instance, an employer was doing a move, maybe moving from one office to another, and they don't have enough people to do the move. They can give us a call, and they can hire out some of our clients for a day or two, cash jobs, and it's also a great way, too, for them to see if they'd be a fit in another part of their organization, and that's where placements come in.
A test run.
A test run.
The placements are always really valuable.
Absolutely.
And long. I find a longer placement, like a 3-month placement, is always good because a week, no offense, but a week you try your hardest, and then once you get comfortable, things tend to, and then you start seeing everybody's true colors, and not just for the person applying for the job. You also get to see the business's true colors.
That's
right. Sometimes we act different when there's somebody in the building. It's like, and then 2 weeks pass, and it's like, oh, they're not so stingent on this or stingent on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not. Yeah. So
absolutely
it helps both.
And that's where one of our new placement services, our Youth Employment Fund program, is really valuable. You hit it on the head. A 3-month placement is absolutely spectacular because, again, you get to see what the person's really going to be like and what the business is going to be like.
Right.
But with YF, what makes it nice is we're working with 18 to 29-year-olds to try to get them the skills that they need in order to be successful later on in life. So we've actually upped the ante a little bit. We can go as long as 6 months with that program. We have up to 6,800.
We're in.
Yeah, $6,800 in placement and training that's available.
Right.
So a great example are carpenters nowadays, especially if you're working at heights, you need to have fall rest.
Right.
Because that's mandatory need for the job. And what's nice about that is we will actually pay to have the fall arrest taken by the client that we put on the placement. So that's a huge savings. Also, we'll have up to about $1,000 that we can spend on clothing and other tools. So, I mean, you need hard hat, you need the boots, you need all the hammers, the gloves, everything. We'll foot the bill for that.
Oh, wow.
How,
very nice.
So how does a business, and I'm thinking like a Remmer Roofing and all those local businesses, they all qualify. Like, how do you qualify? Do you have to be like, you have to have workman's comp and all that stuff?
Yeah, you have to have WSIB. Another thing too is you have to be a legal company.
Right.
So you have to have a registered number,
Right.
GST number. Also, the job, especially with YEF, has to be there once the placement's over. You know, there has to be a position available for that individual afterwards.
That's what happened to us, because we were interested in that, but we couldn't guarantee the spot. Like, we wanted to give somebody the opportunity to learn what we do, but we couldn't. Our corporation goes higher than Kenora. It goes to Calgary, and it's a huge process. So that's what stopped us, right? I'm looking at Kim again. You always wonder who I'm talking to off camera. It's Kim. We have to reverse the role. So that's a big issue. Not issue.
It's not necessarily an issue. It just, we're looking at it from, again, a business perspective.
Absolutely.
If we're investing so much into the client, right, we'll want to see a return out of it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean, 6 months down the road, it's unforeseeable stuff. If a business is going all of a sudden through some tough times and they have to lay that individual off, well, then that's going to happen.
Right.
But right after that placement, as long as there's the time and the position available, that's what we like to see. Another thing too I wanted to make mention is apprenticeship signing bonuses. Right now, there's such a need for skilled workers in the trades, and we're starting to see a shortfall, especially with retirement. The baby boomers are retiring right now. So what I'd like to say is, with the apprenticeship employer signing bonus, there's a $2,000 signing bonus for employers that are willing to take on an apprentice. Okay. In order to qualify for that, you have to be certified in the area or the trade that you're doing, and you also have to hire the apprenticeship or the candidate as an apprentice. That's your first installment, so you get $1,000 there, and then you have to continue to employ the apprentice and provide on-the-job training for at least 6 months to get the next part of the apprenticeship signing bonus. So there's some very lucrative programs out there.
Now, what do you guys go out and tell the businesses that, or is it on their part to come to you? Like, how do you get that message out, other than this is a great way for our show, and is it in the paper? Like, how do we?
We usually advertise in the paper, but the biggest thing that we do is actually our cold calls and one-to-ones.
Okay, good.
We cold call employers on a monthly basis, and we actually will go do one-to-one visits where we actually go to the business and talk to them about our services.
Okay, good.
It's traditionally been our most successful route.
Awesome.
So there's really no excuse as to why someone should be missing out on this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because there's very little cost to the employer, and they get hopefully a solid worker out of it.
Exactly.
That's great. Kurt, thank you very much. Business hours for you guys are?
We're 9 to 5, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Wednesdays we're open late till 6:30, and then on Fridays we're open 9 to 4.
And you're located?
At 25 Main Street South, Kenora.
It's right across the street from you, isn't it?
There we are, yeah.
Oh, look at it right there. And no weekends?
No weekends.
No weekends, okay. Yeah. So there you go. Kurt, thanks for making the stop by. Also, I think we'll put a link up for the job postings, because is there plenty of jobs on the board right now?
Right now we got quite a few for actually this time of year, but we can always use more.
Okay. So both employers and people looking for work, make sure you head on down to LEAP during their office hours and check it out. All
right.
Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks again for having me.
We'll take a quick break, and we will wrap things up when we come back.
The Plaza is a proud sponsor of GMK and community programming. The Plaza at 125 Main Street South.
Line is over that way. Line is this way.
GMK would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back.
Hi, Jake. So we were talking off camera real quick. Gonzo used to be here. AJ Light used to be here, and he had a really good post about this whole Justin Bieber thing. And I know we don't really talk about that kind of stuff, but he made kind of a good point in the sense that he is just a kid still. Yeah, he's of legal age and whatever, but the way everybody's kind of making fun of him and picking on him is a form of bullying. And when you look at it and you're like, oh, poor kid, the guy makes millions. But no, he's still just a kid. He's being led by a bunch of adults. And he's got a gabillion young fans. And that was the point I liked. I thought it was very cool to say, you know what, it is bullying. And by everybody doing what they're doing to the guy, making it all, does it make it all right? So here we are talking about all this bullying stuff. Yet everybody's on top of this kid every chance they get to make a laugh. And all they're really doing is a chance to talk about Justin Bieber makes you popular.
Well, because that's the thing.
Yeah. So I just thought it was a really, really good post on his part. And it was really... Yes, we're going to play with your cars. I have a busy day today. So hockey tickets.
Yes. Oh, actually, you said you were in bed early yesterday, so you missed that circus. Talking about bullying. Yeah, I'm going to bully the Maple Leafs.
It was bad. Oh, look at the winners are up.
Oh.
Keely Spenlow and Lacey Peacock are the winners.
You'll see much better hockey on Saturday and Sunday.
And just so you know, the tickets will be at the door. Hang on, bub. 1 second, okay?
I want to play big kids.
Oh, you want to go play hockey with the big kids? Okay. So...
The Senior Thistles
who gets what game?
No, play big kids.
Keely, your tickets for Saturday night. And
and Lacey on
Lacey's
Sunday
on
afternoon.
Sunday. I do have the sheet right here in front of me.
So please pick up your tickets at the door.
Perfect. Perfect.
And make sure that you're prepared to play the shootout, or the, what do you call it? The shootout? Shaw Shootout.
Shaw Shootout between the second and third for your chance to win an HD PVR.
Like the first guy did.
Like the first guy did. It's going to be nice weather today. Got to congratulate and thank everybody who entered for the hockey tickets because we're getting more and more. What's up, Jake? What's wrong?
Weather?
You were going to do weather.
Yeah.
Oh. Weather's good. That's right. We're back on TV. Casey's Grill and Bar weather for today. High of -7, low of -24 with drifting snow and flurries. Tomorrow, high of -20, low of -25 with sun and cloud. For Sunday, we're looking at sun, cloud, and snow. High of -23, low of -28. And Monday, they've been saying it all week, so we're going to say it. Monday, high of -24, low of -30 with a wind chill. It's going to chill. It's going to feel like -35. And if you're doing any traveling, do not call the OPP. Call the number that was on the screen. What else?
Time to wrap it up. So
30
be careful on the
seconds.
PD day today. Have fun.
Play safe.
Play safe and have fun.
We all get things going.
Have a good day, Jake.
Have a good day, bud.
And all those other kids at home.
Yeah, have a safe day, everybody. Have a
good
great
weekend.
weekend.
This episode of GMK was brought to you by Devil's Gap Marina, located at the end of Matheson Bay Road on beautiful Lake of the Woods and open all year round.